Oh, what's up, my friends? Travis Peters here. I just got a quick little video I was going to make for you guys, something I was thinking about the other day. So, during praise and worship at church, I noticed something pretty interesting. I'm always coming up with ideas and hearing the voice of the Lord during praise and worship at church. Now, that may sound like kind of obvious, but I think I needed to just figure this out and point it out and dissect it for myself for it to be even more impactful for me. So, over time, and it's been the last, it's been years, but I think I've really noticed it the last 2 years probably. I'll be, starting church service or worshiping, and I have to pull out my phone and I gotta take notes because I'm hearing ideas and I'm hearing answers to questions that I had throughout the week. I'll think of a business or marketing idea. I thought of advertising ideas during praise and worship, and they were God inspired, things I wouldn't have thought of on my own. I'll hear a phrase or a sentence of direction. And so as this became stronger and stronger, I was just thinking like, God, why during praise and worship? It's not during praise and worship only, but it kind of feels that way. Because I've prayed through stuff throughout the week and I feel like I didn't really hear anything. But once I got to church, then all of a sudden it's just flowing and flowing and flowing, and I'm writing and I'm writing and I'm writing. Well, he showed me the answer is actually really simple. And we can find it here in Psalms 100. You've heard this before, but let's just put it into this context because this is powerful. If there's something you need an answer to, if you've got a question for God, if you're looking for divine direction and haven't really heard anything yet, I'm going to show you how to get it. This is all you need to do, and you can basically have access to this information anytime you want. So Psalms 100, make a joyful noise to the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know, perceive, and recognize that the Lord is God. It is he who has made us, not we ourselves, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Now here it is. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and a thank offering, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful and say to him, bless and affectionately praise his name. So we enter his gates with thanksgiving. And that's kind of what I was sensing during all these praise and worship times at church was I'm entering into his presence. I feel closer to him, draw near to him. Remember the scripture? And he will draw near to you. You move towards him, he moves towards you. I'm entering into his gates with thanksgiving. That's what praise and worship mainly is. God, thank you for this life. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this day. Thank you for your word. God, thank you for my kids. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my business. God, thank you for our investments. Thank you, Lord, for your plan for our lives. Thank you for our health. And we're just getting thankful. And as I'm in that state of thankfulness, just truly loving God and thanking him for who he is, all that he's done for us, and this amazing life, imagine that. All of a sudden, I hear the answer to the question that I asked on Thursday. All of a sudden, I have the idea for my next video to help you guys. All of a sudden, I have the next idea for that online course or book we need to write. All of a sudden, I've got this new way to help more people just flowing to me. Where was that earlier? Where was that earlier in the week? It was there. I think I just needed to enter his gates, enter to his presence with thanksgiving. Now, in the Passion Translation and the Message Translation, they both say this phrase. It's kind of interesting. You can pass through his open gates with the password of praise. The Message says that as well. Enter with this password. Thank you. Make yourselves at home, talking praise. Thank him and worship him. So enter into his gates using the passcode, the password, thank you. I know this seems obvious and simple, but use this today. Use it. Get yourself into that state of thankfulness. And then we are in his presence. We've got through the gate, the barrier that keeps things out. We've gotten through that. Now I think we can hear him better. See, I believe he's always talking to us. I don't think it's something where he withholds anything from us, because we know there are scriptures that say he withholds no good thing from those who walk uprightly. James 1:5 says, if you need wisdom regarding anything, just come to him and ask, and our God will graciously give it to you. If you believe, he will answer you. He's always telling us what to do. He's always leading us and guiding us and advising us and directing us. Psalms 32 is another one that talks about how he's always leading, guiding, and advising us. He's there. But let's enter his gates with the password of thank you. It may just be what you need in order to get that financial breakthrough, or that marriage breakthrough, or that breakthrough with your kids. God, what do I need to say here? God, what's going on here? What conversations do we need to have? How can I bless my wife or my spouse? How can I bless my kids? God, your word says to train your kids. Can you show me what that means a little bit more? How do I train my kids? That sounds different than just teaching my kids. Right? This is stuff I'm studying too. Ask him these questions. Let's go one more scripture. It kind of makes me think of Hebrews 4:16. Let us fearlessly and confidently and boldly draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in good time for every need. Appropriate help and well-timed help coming just when we need it. So we can go to God boldly and confidently. To me, I'm kind of picturing that same thing as Psalms 100, where I'm like, I'm coming to him boldly through his gates and into his presence to receive the well-timed help, appropriate help just when I need it. That can be instruction. That can be ideas. I'm telling you, if it's a business idea you need, if it's a problem needs solved, if you're stuck on something with an employee or a tax issue, take it into like your personal life. What is this well-timed and appropriate help that you need? He's got answers for you. Go over to James 1:5. Ask for the wisdom, but enter his gates with thanksgiving. So that's my lesson for you today. Short and to the point, but I felt it was important to make this video. Somebody out there needs to hear that. I know I needed to hear it. Just that direct teaching. If you are looking for answers, if you are looking for guidance, if it seems as though you haven't heard from God in a while, let's enter his gates with thanksgiving. Use that password, thank you. Get yourself into a state of thankfulness and gratefulness. Go down the line. Think about all the things you are thankful for. And if you gotta work hard at it, work hard at it. Start talking about God, I think you have in a house instead of in a tent. I think you've got a car instead of a bike. I think you've got XYZ instead of ABC. Like, just go down the line. Thankful I got clothes. Thankful we got a Bible on the desk. Thank you I live in America or whatever country you're from. Like, just thank you. Get in that state. Now we're in his presence. We've gone through the gates, and it's just easier to hear from him. It just flows to you. Those ideas are there. That's your assignment today. Go get in through his gates, enter his courts with praise and thanksgiving. I love you guys. If you're new to the channel, if this helped you at all, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, because I got trainings and teachings and lessons like this coming out all the time, and you don't want to miss them. It's going to build your faith and help make your life better. If you're brand new, I've got links below. Check out the Increase Challenge. That's what we do here, is we help Christians just like you dominate your financial realm and escape the budgeted life, so that we are freed up to do the big things God has called us to do. I'm going to help you get started with that at theincreasechallenge.com. You're going to get 5 days of increased coaching with me, 5 videos, 5 lessons. It will change the way you see life. It's powerful. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.